Immigration is taking center stage as a caravan that started in Central America is headed toward the United States. The Pentagon says it's sending 5,200 troops to the U.S.-Mexico border. Situations like this one have people talking a lot about immigration and wondering about certain laws. So we wanted to bring in our Law Vegas Now expert, Giovanni Alonso, with Eric Palacios and Associates. Giovanni, thanks so much for joining us. And for those who maybe have not been following this closely, if you could catch us up and put us up to speed about what this caravan is.
The caravan's basically about, it started with 160 people from Honduras who were trying to seek asylum in the United States. They thought that there was power in numbers. They have a treacherous way all the way to the United States, filled with danger. So that it got momentum. So as soon as 2 days, they were up to 1,000, and currently there are about 4,000 people from Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador trying to make their way up to the United States.
Right, and there's still a ways to go, 45 days according to some estimations. What are the laws, though? Let's say they reach the border. What are the laws? What are they allowed? What can the USA do to either help them, or some people would say, what can the USA do to keep them from crossing the borders illegally?
Right. Well, the U.S. does have, border control. They have agents out at the border. They also have, troops out there to aid in the support. However, there are legal ways that people can try to obtain some asylum. They present themselves at the border, and in certain cases, if they have a meritorious case, then they're allowed to enter the United States. However, most people will be detained, so it's not as they could just come into the United States and just enter and live their life. Most of them will be detained in proceedings.
Yeah, they are seeking asylum.
Correct.
For all intents and purposes. How would it be determined whether they would be eligible?
Well, for most asylum seekers, it's very difficult. It's a very high burden of proof to show that you are part of this protected group. That it's because of your race, religion, political opinion. So unless you fall in one of these protected categories, you're not going to get granted asylum, no matter how bad the situation that you have. And that's what they're fleeing. Usually they're fleeing crime, violence, drug trade, and unfortunately for most of them, they won't have the necessary elements to qualify for an asylum.
Well, certainly a story that will be talked about a lot more in the coming weeks. Giovanni, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
If you'd like more information, you can give Eric Palacios and Associates a call. There's the number, 702-444-7777. You can also visit their website at ericpalacioslaw.com.